Why sell Ape to Antera so cheap? It's absolutely obvious. A white squire is an investor or company that takes a stake in a company to prevent a hostile takeover. A white squire only buys a partial stake, unlike the white king that purchases the entire company. White squires don't take controlling interests, rather it's just large enough to block the binding company. Now get your tinfoil hat ready, because speaking of white king, this logo is popping up on everybody's Fidelity as the AMC symbol in replacement of the AMC logo. You guys let me know if you are having the same glitch. This is actually an Arizona mining company, Arizona Metals Corp, unearthing a world-class gold, copper, zinc VMS deposit. Arizona Metal Corp owns 100% of both the K Mine project and the Sugarloaf Peak Gold project in Arizona. We are going to be touching a little bit more on gold later on in the video, as well as some banks. But guys, drop your theories down below. Do you think this is just another glitch? Do you think a merger is coming? And also, do you think this guy has a point as to why Adam Aron sold Ape to Antera so cheap? And is Antera the white squire? What is going on, guys? Lottery Socks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, make sure to stay till the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube. We are going to update you on everything that there is to update you on. All I ask in return is please hit the like button. It's free. It helps me out tremendously. Also, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so recently we listened to Dave Lauer's stream, and we also watched his live interview with Gary Gensler, and we know of the recent proposals to fix equity market structure, and that somewhat would benefit retail going forward. Citadel just released a letter, March 6th, 2023. I read through this, but I want to pinpoint a few things that they decided to touch on. And again, this is their letter to the SEC about these market equity proposals. Already off rip, this is the SEC's biggest customer, and if these proposals weren't serious, they would not have made a letter on it, which is already a good sign for retail. First of all, they say that they are deeply concerned that the commission has simultaneously issued multiple far-reaching proposals that would dramatically overhaul the current market structure. Now, they say we set forth below a proposed path to basically fix / change these proposals. First of all, they go over the minimum pricing increments, access fees, and round lots, and also the order execution rule, which they agree with. However, you come down here and it says retail auctions. We recommend withdrawing this proposal for a number of reasons, including the unprecedented nature of requiring certain market participants to utilize a specific trading protocol. At minimum, the proposal should be indefinitely paused until the execution quality impacts of the narrower quoting increments and modernized round lot definitions above can be fully assessed, and a more credible economic analysis of potential harms and benefits of any proposed significant changes to order execution can be conducted. They also say best execution. We all strongly support the principle of best execution, but similarly, we recommend withdrawing this proposal completely. FINRA and MSRB's best execution rules are related notices and guidance has served to protect investors for many decades. We would support further clarification and refinement to existing best execution obligations that would take into account the effects of the tick size, access fees, and order execution disclosure adjustment called for above. We are concerned that the current best execution proposal, with overly prescriptive and impractical requirements for managing a new category of so-called conflicted transactions, may unnecessarily disrupt decades of market progress for investors. So keep in mind, they aimed at retail auctions and best executions as proposals that they have to withdraw completely. This is something that they are afraid of. They really do not want these to drop through. Now again, guys, this isn't just Citadel's letter. This is also Charles Schwab. So Charles Schwab and Citadel Securities are the ones who created this letter to the SEC. Moving on, you know how Adam Aron always mocks retail, basically saying we diluted here and the stock ran, we diluted here and the stock ran, and then we didn't dilute and the stock tanked. Well, this is a basic picture that you should save to your phone, basically explaining why that was not the case. It just timed and lined up perfectly with what was actually happening. So shout out to James US on Twitter. He goes, here are the source documents. The EO expired on June 3rd, 2022, but it didn't happen because they found another loophole such as tokenized, which we already remember that June 3rd expiration date on that contract. And then we also pinpointed the FTX tokens being created. So this is factual. Screenshot this, save it to your phone, tweet it at Adam Aron, and tell him to stop mocking us. Touching on some Ortex numbers before we get into the charts, 25.33% short interest on AMC utilization maxed out, and the cost to borrow is sitting around 257% for an average and 318 for a max. As for a 5.78% short interest utilization at 80%, and the cost to borrow is not being reported by Ortex. hex. Touching on AMC's chart, it's a very slightly sideways trading day. We got the definition of a hammer candle today with wicks going to the upside and the downside. We tested this parallel channel again and got smacked back into it, and we are really fighting on this level. Again, guys, I'm tracking this cycle up here. So over the next 10 trading days, I expect AMC to break back over the recent highs at $8.50. Whether we get a rejection or whether we break even higher, that is something that we are going to have to further chart going forward. But this is my expectations for AMC going forward. I expect tomorrow we get a candle that fills out this area before essentially getting a push back into this parallel zone and then testing that $8.50 level going forward. As for GameStop, the cycle is tracking perfectly and it's scaling to the upside. I expect kind of chop trading until we retest this trend line and then essentially get that move higher. A lot of signs are lining up for late March for these small cap squeeze plays, as well as GameStop's as well for the cycle period that we have been tracking. GameStop is currently up 2%, trading at $19.11, and just to disclose, I do have GameStop calls that I am still riding on. Touching on the S&P 500, we're trading at 406.31, up 0.52% on the day. This is dirty. We broke over that 404 level, and now we are fighting for that 408.50 level. Every time we get into this zone, the SPY loves to have some sort of gap. You saw it back here, and you saw it right here, and in my opinion, I'm just waiting for that to happen with the S&P 500. I'm watching 408.50, and then I'm watching that level at 412 for it to break back into this parallel zone. Overall, if we are in a bullish market right now, I think the SPY should be trading right in between these parallel zones. Anything higher, probably overbought. Anything lower, probably oversold. This is my personal lottery stocks relative strength index. Before we move on with the video, guys, make sure to use the links under the video to get up to 17 free stocks for just signing up and depositing. Join the Discord server. Do not sleep on the Discord. We have options trading alerts, 300 of the most amazing people in there who talk stocks and don't miss a stock opportunity all day. Plus, we have the merch link down below and also the member link to become a member of the channel so you can get access to exclusive videos and more. According to Stock Tracker, AMC has 850,000 shares available to borrow at a most recent fee of 130% with 30,000 calls compared to 46,000 puts expiring in the money. So we are losing on the options chain currently. GameStop, 750,000 shares available to borrow at a most recent fee of 10.3%. So the fee is still dropping. However, we are winning on the options chain, 5,000 calls compared to 3,000 puts. Next week is going to be a very important week with the AMC conversion and the heavy options chain on AMC and GameStop. Now, Credit Suisse's largest shareholder has sold its entire stake in the bank, which is not a good look for Credit Suisse. And breaking news, Perth Mint sold diluted gold to China and allegedly tried to cover it up. This is one of the largest gold refiners in the world. This is getting wild. Guys, we saw that a lot of banks and entities have been loading up on gold, and it does look like there is finally a short supply in gold. The largest refiner in the world basically diluted their gold that they gave to China and tried to cover it up. Following that up, crypto industry distances itself from Silvergate as bank collapses. We know Silvergate is not doing too hot, as well as their share price. Well, now crypto industries are basically backing off and cutting ties with Silvergate as a whole. Binance, one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, developed a plan to avoid the threat of prosecution by US authorities as it started an American entity in 2019, the Wall Street Journal reported on Sunday. Just closing out the video, guys, TRKA is doing solid today, and all of these squeeze plays that we mentioned over the weekend are completely valid still. So if you have not seen that video, make sure to go watch that video. Tesla has just cut prices of Model S and Model X for the second time this year. Tesla cuts Model S price by $5,000, Model X by $10,000 in US. Now you might be thinking, well, it should be a bad thing, right? Because that means demand is dropping. But actually, the last time Tesla did this, their earnings blown away the previous earnings, which was very surprising. So you guys let me know if you are in Tesla down below, and also let me know if you made money yet on the short squeeze plays. I know a few people in Discord are making money on TRKA as we speak. Overall, guys, that's what I got for you for today. Hopefully you found value out of the video or enjoyed watching. Make sure to drop a comment down below. Engage the video. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.